Ma'am,
Yes.
shift naman po tayo from the learners to the workers. Kasi meron din po kayo na isang column na, na sinasabi niyo po na naaapektuhan po ng AI ang mga female-dominated occupations.
Yes, for sure, no? Because many of the jobs that will be automated, yun yung mga unang maapektuhan, babae ang nag-perform ng roles na yon, no? Hindi naman lahat, pero karamihan. So for example, let's go to accounting, no? In an accounting office, sino usually yung nag-handle ng payroll? Babae yon. And this is not, this is based on research, no? And unfortunately, for example, yun yung mga unang-unang ma-automate. So, tatanungin natin, babae ang isa sa mga trabaho ng babae, isa sa maapektuhan. Marami pa yung layers, no? For example, high-paying jobs. Lahat yan related to AI kasi yan yung mga magiging bagong trabaho in the age of AI. Pero kung ang kababaihan, kulang ng roles in positions that will allow them to be able to thrive in the industry, they will miss out also on those high-paying jobs, no? And then lastly, yung pong mga hiring systems, may bias rin po ang yung mga gumagamit ng AI for hiring. For example, no, ito yung dito ako kumbaga, dito ako na shock or sabi ko, oh my gosh, kailangan talaga ng human touch. For example, no, yung mga women, kanari, nag 2 years sila ng maternity leave. Kanari, 1 year lang yan, tapos nag-extend sila, di ba? Kasi sabi siguro nila, mas alagaan ko yung anak ko. Kung ako, interviewin ko yun for work in my organization, in Mana Omega, naisip ko, okay, this is, this is them showing values, they value their family, so they were willing to step back from their career for a bit para maalagaan yung pamilya. Pero sa AI, ang lalabas lang doon, 2 years siyang hindi nagtrabaho. So that will be taken as a point against her. Yun, no? Yun yung mga biases na ingrained. Kaya very much, lahat ng workers magiging apektado dahil marami talagang mawawalan ng trabaho as yung AI mas naging normal feature siya ng companies. Pero largely hit po ang babae.